The world map. This refers to the map of the world where the story takes place. Currently, there are 4 countries in this world, and the main events of the story happen in the country of Li. What you're seeing on screen right now is an approximation of the world map. Since there isn't an official version, I created this one based on various pieces of information from different sources. The Imperial Capital. This refers to the capital of Li, where the Emperor, the Empress, and the infamous inner court with its harem reside. It's also home to the main medical institutions and apothecaries. While the city might seem refined and orderly from the outside, beneath the surface it's a place of manipulation, survival, and constant competition. Power changes hands quickly, and even a small rumor in the capital can lead to someone's rise or sudden disappearance. The streets are patrolled by the Imperial Guard, but their loyalty is often for sale. Before we continue, this video is sponsored by Subsnap. Did you know animated captions can increase your video's watch time by up to 60%? That's why even a simple clip like a dog or a cat walking can hold attention if captions are on the screen. The problem? Making animated captions usually takes forever, and most people give up before they even start their channel. That's where Subsnap comes in. Just feed it your voiceover and it instantly generates animated captions. No internet required, it's a one-time purchase, and it comes with over 50 plus animations presets. If you want to pump out 10 shorts a day, this is the tool I recommend. Check the description and pinned comments for more information. Now back to the video. The rear palace, also known as the inner court, is the women's quarter of the imperial palace, where consorts and ladies in waiting live. For example, this is where Mau Mau is forced to work early in the story. The inner court functions as its own mini society, governed by strict rules and rigid hierarchies. The rise of the Empress Regnant and her radical reforms, such as enforcing castrations to control male workers, took place here. The rear palace is like a maze made up of pavilions, gardens, and man-made lakes meant to amaze and scare visitors. Each consort's home shows her status. Low-ranking consorts live in small shared rooms, while high-ranking ones have private yards with rose gardens and walkways decorated with jade. The emperor is the ruler of the empire, technically the most powerful man, though he rarely appears directly. His influence is more felt than seen, with everyone fighting for his attention behind closed doors. Many clans send their daughters into the inner court to become consorts for the emperor. The current emperor, Emperor Yang, is young and was the former prime minister to the former emperor. The former emperor, his father, held very little power, and the true ruler of the country during that time was his mother, the Empress Regnant. The former emperor only gained power because all his siblings either died from the plague or were eliminated by his mother, the Empress Regnant. For more detail, check out the Apothecary Diaries Old Theories video. Many clans send their daughters into the inner court to become consorts for the emperor. The most ambitious even hire tutors to train their daughters in the 6 art of seduction: music, dance, painting, poetry, conversation, and the delicate art of feigned vulnerability. A consort is a woman chosen to serve the emperor and possibly bear his children. Consorts are ranked by status: low-ranking consort, mid-ranking consort, and high-ranking consort. These ranks determine everything, from the size of their living quarters to the number of ladies in waiting they command, to how often they might see the emperor. A low-ranking consort might live her entire life without ever meeting him, while a high-ranking consort could wield influence strong enough to rival that of the empress herself. Behind the scenes, noble families fight to have their daughters promoted, using wealth, connections, and even blackmail to climb the ladder. For many clans, a daughter rising through the ranks of the inner court can secure power, protection, and prestige for generations. A lady in waiting is a female attendant assigned to assist high-ranking women in the palace. The more the influence of the consorts, the more ladies in waiting she has. The red light district is an area outside the palace known for entertainment, pleasure, and nightlife. It's where courtesans, entertainers, and merchants gather. This is where Momo originally lived and worked before being taken to the palace, and her knowledge from this world often gives her an edge inside the rear palace. Verdigris House is the most prestigious brothel in Lee's capital, Red Light District, run by the Madam. It's renowned as the home of the famous three princesses and the birthplace of Mau Mau. This is where Feng Shen got pregnant with Mau Mau and spent most of her life. A courtesan or Oiran are highly skilled entertainers and companions in the Red Light District. They are trained in arts like music, poetry, and conversation. Their main mission is to keep the customers for as long as they can in the hopes of them keeping spending money, kinda like how social media works nowadays. While their role is entertainment, many use their charm and wit to navigate political and social circles. Courtesans charge based on their rank and what services they provide. Low-ranked ones are cheaper, while the most famous courtesans cost a fortune and only serve rich clients. Sometimes favors can be traded instead of money, like when Momo helped a soldier meet a courtesan in exchange for a favor. Girls start as young apprentices, learning music, dance, and how to entertain. At 15, they can debut as full courtesans. The best ones get extra training, while others start working right away. A courtesan can be bought out of her contract, but the price is very high. It includes her debt plus all the money she could have earned in the future. If she has problems like mental illness or lost virginity, her price drops. If she gets pregnant, she loses all value and is usually kicked out. Most retire by age 30 unless they stay beautiful like Pyron. The three princesses are the highest ranking courtesans in the Red Light District. A single night with any of them can cost up to a year's salary. The current three princesses of Verdigris House are Pyron is the eldest of Verdigris House princesses, Mei Mei is the second oldest, and Joka is the youngest. When a princess retires, the madam trains a new courtesan to succeed her. An apothecary is a traditional pharmacist or herbalist who prepares and dispenses medicines. Apothecaries are the closest thing to assassins in this world, since they can create and distribute poisons with ease. A eunuch is a castrated man who serves in the palace, especially around women. Because the presence of men in the inner court was not tolerated, Empress Regnant came up with this system where men can be castrated and start working in the inner court. The outer court is the administrative and political center of the empire, where male officials, ministers, and scholars manage government affairs. Only men work here. Women have little to no influence, not even the Empress. Since the most important policies are run from the outer court, the Empress Regnant controlled it by putting her own son in as a puppet ruler.